Yo, what just happened in the NFL world? Cowboys Nation, get ready to have your mind blown because the Dallas Cowboys have just pulled off what might be the most jaw-dropping, unexpected quarterback move in recent NFL history. Yes, you heard that right. The Dallas Cowboys have officially signed Jared Goff as their new star quarterback, sending absolute shockwaves throughout the league. This isn't some trade rumor or a speculative headline. This is real, confirmed, locked in, and it changes everything we thought we knew about the Cowboys' direction moving forward. If you're sitting down, good, because we need to break this all the way down from what this means for Dak Prescott to the implications for the NFC East, and how this completely reshapes the Cowboys' identity heading into the next season. Now let's take a step back for a second and look at how we even got to this point. Just days ago, the conversation around the Cowboys' QB situation felt almost too predictable. There was talk of an extension for Dak, questions about his playoff ceiling, but absolutely no serious chatter about the team actually replacing him. But behind the scenes, Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office were working on something bold, something that literally nobody saw coming. Jared Goff, who was coming off a career resurgence with the Detroit Lions, was seen as one of the most stable veteran QBs in the game. After leading Detroit to back-to-back winning seasons and even a deep playoff run, many assumed he'd either stay in Detroit long-term or maybe test free agency in a quiet, methodical way. But instead, the Cowboys came in swinging with what sources are calling a record-breaking offer, both in terms of guaranteed money and structure. The numbers are still coming in, but we're hearing it's a front-loaded, multi-year deal that immediately places Goff among the top-paid QBs in the NFL. And let's be real, this isn't just about the money. This is about legacy. Jared Goff, once written off after the Rams traded him for Matthew Stafford, has now climbed his way back to elite QB status. He's more mature, more composed in the pocket, and his decision-making has become razor-sharp. This version of Goff is not the young, inconsistent player people doubted in LA. This is a battle-tested quarterback who led a gritty Detroit team through adversity and put up top 10 numbers in nearly every meaningful QB stat category. So why would the Cowboys go after Goff right now? Simple, they want to win, and they want to win now. Jerry Jones is 82 years old, and the clock is ticking on his dream to hoist another Lombardi trophy before he steps away from the game. This isn't a rebuild. This is a full-throttle, pedal-to-the-metal, all-in push to capitalize on the talent that's already on this roster. CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Tony Pollard, Trayvon Diggs, Zach Martin, and pair it with a quarterback they believe can take them all the way. And let's not pretend this doesn't say something major about how the Cowboys really felt about Dak. For years, there's been debate about whether Prescott is a franchise-caliber QB who can take the team deep into the playoffs. Despite all the regular season success, the playoff collapses continued to pile up, and whether fans wanted to admit it or not, the trust was slowly eroding. Jerry has always said he believes in Dak, but actions speak louder than words, and this action screams, it's time for a new leader under center. Now, let's talk fit. Because this isn't just about names on a depth chart, it's about how Jared Goff fits into the Cowboys' offensive system, and from a pure football standpoint, it's almost scary how perfect the fit might be. Goff thrives in structured, timing-based offenses where he can read and react quickly. He's excellent at operating play action, has elite touch on intermediate throws, and his deep ball accuracy has quietly become one of the most underrated parts of his game. Pair that with Mike McCarthy's offense, which loves to exploit mismatches in the short and intermediate range while setting up big shots downfield, and you can start to see the vision. CeeDee Lamb could be on track for a career year with a quarterback who can hit him in stride consistently. Brandon Cook's speed becomes even more dangerous, and the tight ends Jake Ferguson and Luke Schoonmaker suddenly become real threats over the middle. Even the run game could benefit, because defenses can't just stack the box like they did when Dak was struggling. And let's not overlook the leadership factor. One of the reasons the Lions flourished under Goff was his quiet, steady leadership and how he commanded respect in the locker room. Players gravitated toward his calm demeanor, and coaches loved how coachable he was. That could be a breath of fresh air for a Cowboys team that has often felt like it was walking on eggshells around its quarterback. Goff doesn't bring drama. He brings professionalism, focus, and the ability to elevate the guys around him. But what about the fan reaction? Let's not kid ourselves. Cowboys fans are among the most passionate, opinionated fans in all of sports, and this move is going to split the fan base right down the middle. On one side, you've got fans who have grown tired of the almost seasons under Dak and are ready to turn the page. For them, this is a breath of fresh air, finally a bold move, finally a new direction. But on the other side, there are fans who love Dak not just as a player, but as a leader and representative of the franchise. For them, this move stings. It feels sudden. It feels cold. It feels like a betrayal. And honestly, both perspectives are valid. Because this isn't a black and white situation. Dak wasn't a bad quarterback. In fact, he was statistically one of the top QBs in the league last season. But numbers don't always tell the full story, especially when the goal is to win Super Bowls, not just of good regular season stats. The Cowboys are tired of moral victories. They want rings. And they believe Jared Goff gives them a better shot at that. Around the league, GMs and coaches are reportedly stunned. One anonymous AFC executive said, "Didn't see that coming. Goff was supposed to be Detroit's guy. This is going to shake up the whole NFC." And he's right. This move doesn't just impact Dallas, it affects the whole balance of power in the NFC. Suddenly, the Eagles have to worry about a reloaded Cowboys team with a veteran QB who's already proven he can go toe-to-toe with top defenses. The 49ers have another legitimate contender breathing down their neck. Even teams like the Packers and Bears are now forced to rethink their timelines, knowing the Cowboys aren't waiting around. And then there's Detroit. You've got to feel for Lions fans right now. They were all in on Goff. They believed in him. They watched him take their team from laughingstock to contender, and now he's gone just like that. Reports say Detroit was blindsided by the size of Dallas's offer and simply couldn't match it without compromising their future cap flexibility. In a way, it's the ultimate NFL reality check. Loyalty matters, but business always comes first. Now let's talk pressure. Because make no mistake, this move puts the pressure squarely on Jared Goff's shoulders. This isn't Detroit anymore. This is Dallas. The most scrutinized, most talked about, most pressure-packed franchise in the NFL. Every throw will be analyzed. Every loss will be questioned. Every playoff performance will define his legacy. But if Goff can handle it and if he thrives, he won't just be remembered as a solid NFL QB. He'll be remembered as the man who brought Dallas back to glory. The man who did what Romo and Dak couldn't. The man who ended the drought. And for Goff, that's legacy defining. So, Cowboys Nation, buckle up. The future just got a whole lot more interesting. We're entering a new era, one with Jared Goff leading the charge. And whether you love the move or hate it, one thing is for sure, the NFL will be watching closely. Every snap. Every decision. Every result. Because this isn't just another transaction. This is a statement. The Dallas Cowboys are done waiting. The Dallas Cowboys are done settling. The Dallas Cowboys are all in. So let's ride.